and this is... What kind of map is this? Well, they just wanted to pick maps, guys. So instead of doing the veto thing, we just picked random maps from the ladder and elsewhere. This is a Neo Arkanoid. If you've never seen it before, I can't blame you because it was only on Pro League for like a week. It is a notoriously messed up map, but it's also from Brood War, so it's interesting in that sense. Anyway, in the bottom left, we have Hive Mind Esports Scipio. And in the top right, we have, coming at us from... Microgamers, that's right. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name for a second. We have Microgamers Legend, our red Terran to the top right. So, basically what's happening here is we have... this map has rocks everywhere. As you can see, these rocks stationed over kind of like the center, the middle, sides, basically are there to prevent ground early harassment up until a specific point in the game, when all the rocks simply explode. They basically have timers on them. Other than that, it's a extremely strange map setup-wise. Like, you've got this giant super creep tumor just kind of hanging out over here. That kind of makes it take a while to take this base up here, and there's like I think another one up here. And basically, it's there to make this map like. I guess it's supposed to make it harder to expand on. The point is, one-base shenanigans are actually really likely on this level, especially if you're going up into air units, just because it's actually structured in a way that everything else is nowhere near as effective. So you can go for, like, if you try to do it for an expansion, you actually have to do something about this. You have to cut off the creep and wait for it to go away, so we'll see what the players have in mind. Typical gas into barracks play from Legend, and Scipio is running up here. Okay, so does it spread enough creep to block the natural? Yes, it does. It definitely does. Or else he wouldn't be bothering to poke at the thing. How much health does this have? It has 194 health, so that recharges occasionally because it's a Zerg unit, so it's going to take a while for this probe to kill that. It's going to need some help. I see the game heart does not like some of the unit map names. I actually am not certain as to what I mean. It does have Neo Arkanoid there, but I'm actually not using the game heart mod at the moment. I forgot to include it because it took us forever to download the map in the first place, and I was like, eh. So he sent over 3 probes. This is the solution here. Now he's going to get out a Zealot, and I'm presumably use that to tear down the... Oh boy, I know what's coming over here. But yeah, he's going to use this to tear down this thing, try to get that natural up as fast as he can. In the meantime, Legend is lifting off his barracks and floating it off to the corner, and he's built a tech lab along with a starport. He's got 2 gases. The rest of you, I'm certain, can do basic algebra to figure out what's coming next, as it looks as if he's going to float both the factory and the barracks into the corners of the map to figure out where his opponent has spawned. He's going to discover that he spawned cross-spawned, and then there's going to be a Banshee attacking a base without any detection, because he's focusing entirely on getting this natural up. Starport is finished. Cloak and the Banshee have both been begun. It looks like he's rallied it off to the top left corner of the map. He's going to be using that to check out what's up there in the meantime, and I'll be honest, guys, this is actually looking terrible. Looking terrible for Scipio, because unfortunately, because of these rocks, he literally has nowhere to run to. So he's actually probably going to lose a lot of probes to this, unless we see him rush up to an observer and a couple stalkers. Maybe go to cannons, but he'd need a couple. It's still it's a sticky situation regardless of how you look at it. And the thing is, he has no idea that this is coming. So yeah, there's the Stargate. That's going to help. Unfortunately, it's going to delay his detection even more. But it looks like, okay, so Scipio's thought was, if I go Oracle, then I can make something happen here. Unfortunately, that may have been the worst decision in this particular situation when you're dealing with a Banshee like this. So, I don't know. But here we go. Banshee's going to be making contact with the base any second here. Does see the timer on the debris, which is actually set to 1,080 seconds in-game. Here comes the Banshee. It's cloaked and it's flying right on in, and it's going to begin working on the probes right now. See how many he's able to get. 1 goes down, 2 goes down. 3rd one goes down. Legend gives puts out the tongue thing, and here comes the cannon. So unfortunately, this is definitely going to get all the damage in the world that it could ever want. 6 kills, 7 kills, 8, 9, and he's just not running the probe's way or doing anything to actually hold this down. And that cannon is basically going to wait for the cannons to finish up and hold this off until then. In the meantime, we have these barracks and factories still floating around. Looks like he wants to land them somewhere and either start producing units out of them or just bring them back home, keep them someplace protected, and he's going to go from there into Sky Terran. Okay. Sky Terran double expand. Awesome. Unfortunately, there's actually nothing to deal with the Banshees yet as far as the rest of the base is concerned. The probes will be protected somewhat here. He can't actually poke at them still. But the cannons actually don't protect the rest of his base, so once we've gotten to the point where Legend actually decides not to attack the workers anymore, he's just going to immediately look around for any buildings it can take care of. There's no detection back here, so this entire base is going to be pretty much empty in just a second here. Probes were like, nope, 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 nope. 2 more do fall, though. It's a total of 17 plus 3, 20 workers killed. Oh my gosh, that's brutal. Oh boy. 2 ravens coming out. Oh, he's gonna go mass raven. Okay. It's not even just any type of Sky Terran. This is crazy Sky Terran. Alright. Probably a great follow-up to your opponent not really having anything, all things considered. Phoenix now in play and has discovered the factory. Not gonna bother with it though. Banshee's floating back over the base. And it looks like he's actually going to go for a 4th command center. 3rd one's already built. I'll lift that off to drop it, I'm sure, anytime now. Scipio is still trying to figure out where his opponent is, because he wasn't able to scout in any way, shape, or form. Seeing the problems with this map yet, guys? Seeing any? Seeing 1 or 2, maybe? There's a reason this wasn't left in Pro League for too long. As a map, is very, very finicky. And it's really proving itself right now. Unfortunately. Well, once he kills it, he will have time to rebuild. One hopes. Now the thing is, because of the tech that Legend's actually picking here, his army's going to be a little bit on the sparse side. It gets incredibly dangerous once he gets a lot of ravens, though. But for the meantime, however, as long as he has decent detection back home, Scipio can kinda climb back into this. He's gonna be behind in some ways for the rest of the game, regardless of what he does, unfortunately. But in theory, he can climb back into this. We'll have to keep our eye on things and see if that's actually possible here. It looks like these take about 20 minutes to go away. These rocks. That's actually insane. Holy crap. Otherwise, they have 1,200 health, so you can't actually break them down, I think. Now, nobody's actually making any attempt to do this right now, though, so it's difficult to say. Command Center looks as if it wants to drop off here. Work at this and then take this base. I'm actually surprised he doesn't just take it down into this corner down here. I mean, yeah, this... Oh, I suppose with the air army he can protect this a little bit better. Few Phoenixes and a Zealot actually just patrolling around, keeping their eye on things. Photon cannon in the base over here. Another one over here. So he's covered from the Banshees in the meantime, but as we can see, I mean, Legend's not really going... Never mind, he's got 4 Banshees. He's definitely building more Banshees. That's more cannons in the base. It's a totally warranted move at this point. And he's going to break down the rocks and start the longest journey to making it possible to actually attack his opponent. Still going to take some time. Scan of the main base, sees the Stargate, sees double upgrades. Looks like he's actually just going to use this to mine gas, and he got a planetary fortress there. Legend, even up into this point of the game, still spending his resources very well. Excellent macro, of course. Keeping that gas low. All these units are pretty heavy in gas, with the exception of the Hellions, of course. So, let's see why he's going for that. Looks like he's trying to build a wrap gun here. Where's that scan at? Ah, the 3rd. He wanted to see if his opponent has it. 2 more Stargates. Some fleet bacon coming up. Is he just going to go into Void Rays from here, or what? Tempest is actually very, very good if you can get a lot of them. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to really have what he needs to actually deal with this army that's in front of him right now. This Phoenix is actually going to pick up on this and get shot out of the air. This Void Ray is going to be like, whoa, I'm just dead. And here comes the rest of the army. It's going to push its way through the center, and I say, frankly, that Scipio doesn't really have anything to deal with this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is Legend going to push the issue, or is he going to be merciful and allow his opponent to survive for just a little while longer? The answer is no. Attack! For humanity, say the flying units. Stay yonder, right over to the front of Arkanoid, and start pounding on the front door. Scipio starts chrono boosting his Void Rays as much as he can. Maybe he'll get up to 4 Void Rays just as they come out. He's got a Sentry and a Stalker in there as well, which is actually able to put some pressure onto at least the single Viking until the attack itself starts to push through. He's got a force field that he can use to kind of hold him back for just a little bit longer. Out comes, looks like Shields upgrade's actually just about to finish here. And we have a couple more Void Rays grouping up right here. 2 Void Rays in play. Third's about to pop out. It's probably going to get sniped though, because it's right next to... Nope, okay, cool. Doesn't push his way forward at all. We have, Hunter Seeker Missile onto a, Hellion. That's a fancy little trick, but unfortunately nothing was there, so he didn't actually manage to kill anything with it. Legend is disappointed. Scipio is probably a little confused right now as to why there's disappointment, but yeah. Legend was actually telling me earlier that he actually managed to cause that to happen in a game. Oh my gosh, Stargates. Oh, if he has just enough time, he actually can build up enough Void Rays to fight this off. It's going to be real close, but... Well, how many Void Rays is that? 9? 9 Void Rays, plus a 10th one that just got annihilated, but he actually can push this army back. If there was enough in the form of... Oh, he's actually letting a micro against them there. Nice move there, keeping the... I think he was trying to keep the injured Void Ray back. Nope, it's still at the front, never mind. Yeah, only annihilates some more Hellions. Legend not able to make the strategy work. Don't worry though, he's got 4 bases to fall back on, so he'll probably be fine, all things considered. Scipio does have actually a fairly intimidating, or did have a fairly intimidating force right there. Really needs to get these Void Rays rallied up with the others though, because this army from the Terran is actually not getting any smaller. And the Raven just gets annihilated without getting able to use another Seeker Missile. There's actually 1 Seeker Missile in that army though! He's got to separate! Oh, but he couldn't separate because it was targeted onto a Hellion, which did actually manage to go off on a single Void Ray and kill one. But, battle's not quite over yet. 2 more Void Rays have joined in with the group. 7. He's trying to kill 1 more Hellion that way, but unfortunately the Hellion was actually too fast and caused the Secret Missile to die. 4 more Void Rays at the back. And this is a game, guys. Scipio didn't die right away. Good job. Good job, man. Keep hanging in there. This is still looking kind of scary, though. I mean, that's actually a really impressive army right there. And as soon as that enough energy actually comes back on these Ravens, he's going to be in some trouble here. In the main base, we have an Oracle that's actually just been hanging out, killing some stuff, and I'm not sure that actually killed anything. 19 workers killed by Legend. I think he got 4. Yeah. Not quite so great, but I actually don't think at this point killing the workers off actually does that much. With this many command structures in play, you can replace them so quickly. And it looks like Scipio's actually going to... He's checking for expansions, I think, so he's going to see this expansion attempt coming from Legend right now. I'm going to block the command center for a bit. Legend actually doesn't have any army in play to actually do something about it. Oh, the Hellions are annihilated. Legend can't use this tactic unless he uses it on a Viking, and he's going to do it. He's targeted the Viking. There's 4 on the Viking. The Viking gets annihilated, but the Seeker Missiles go off anyway and kill 1. I think that was 1 Void Ray that died. The rest got some shield damage and some health damage, so I'm going to fall back there. So this is an interesting tactic from Legend, but it actually does not seem to be doing quite what he needs it to, unfortunately. Anyway, back home we have 4 more Ravens. So when it doesn't work, when you're not able to use your own units to kill your opponent, I guess it's a good time to build more Ravens and do it some more. So that's what we got. You know, I'm actually wondering at this point if he won't just throw down a missile turret and then Seeker Missile the missile turret. Kill the free units. Factory's actually now building, still building those Hellions, I think. Nope. Okay. Planetary Fortress. I actually think he's abandoning the Hellion idea. There doesn't seem to be any more grouping up with this army at the moment. Patrolling probe up here, sees the moving units. There's some void rays right here, so all these missile turrets that go down are just going to get kind of vaporized right away. They do kill one void ray, though. Every void ray that he keeps down prevents it from getting into scary void ray numbers. Well, the void ray army has actually split up here. There's 6 void rays down here, and what looks like another 7 on this side. Together they could actually fight this army, but separated, I think they will probably die here. Oh, it's the medevac version. Medevacs are really good for this. They can boost right in, and bam! Oh, kills one void ray, and really damages another one. It's kind of scary how that works. Now he's going to try that tactic again, but no! He didn't move it out of the way and just blows up his own units. Hello, Scora. Welcome to the chat. This is what is called the day-night show matches. This is where people in the day-night community just decide to play each other. But we have a particularly special match going on at the moment where this particular best of 3 is a gold player and a grandmaster player in it. So it's a little bit nonsensical as the grandmaster player is attempting to kill his opponent only using seeker missiles aimed at his own units, and of course Vikings. And now just ordinary seeker missile. I think Legends decided that he's fooling around enough now, and he's actually just going to play normally to some extent. At least as normal as one does with Void Rays. As normal as one does with Ravens and Vikings. But all the same, this base has most definitely been shut down. There's another ball of Void Rays hanging out over here. The army's not quite yet gone for our gold player. Shiny gold versus gold. That is correct, my friend. That is exactly what you're seeing here. And this map, by the way, is equally silly. This is Kespa's Neo-Arkanoid. If you've ever seen this map, it has rocks that appear at every single choke point that block movement on the ground until 20 minutes have gone by. You'll notice they've all exploded by now. What this basically meant, along with these weird creep tumor things that appeared next to all the naturals, is that you were locked on one base without having an... basically, you'd need to build an army to kill off the creep tumors to let the creep recede before you could expand to a natural, which means that this really, really, really encourages crazy one-base play. And sometimes you end up in situations like this. Well, looks like Scipio is going to be able to respond in kind to having his own base destroyed by vaporizing the original third of Legends. Unfortunately, he's actually used up the charge ability, so by the time the army gets here, he won't have that in play. Seeker Missile coming in from the sides, trying to run the entire army away, which doesn't exactly work out with that, but almost manages to kill a bunch of... Oh my god, no way! Alright, so all the Void Rays just mass recalled. I think we saw that just happen. And the Legend just blasted his own army with a bunch of Seeker Missiles on accident. Well, I guess it happens to everybody. Oh, man. I was actually super confused. I did not see the Mothership Core there, so when I saw them disappear, I was like, what? Okay, anyway. So a lot of cannons versus this many cloaked Banshees. I'm pretty sure a lot of cannons wins that, so yeah, Banshees aren't even going to try. There's even like a... He's even thrown out the Photon Overcharger just to be like, yeah, you get out. You leave this base alone that has like a total of 13 probes in it. There's actually a significant amount, never mind. Yeah, here comes the rest of them. I'm like, there's only 7 probes here. Where am I getting 13 from? Anyway, big move out from Legend here. He's going to actually try and end this game this time. He's got a lot of Seeker Missile energy packed up in there. He's even got a couple, I think that's a mule. Is that a mule? A mule and a couple SCVs coming in with the army. A few Salads actually running down the side to attack this location that has still got a bunch of free turrets hanging out in it. A couple carriers actually have come out now. Why not? If you're in a game like this, build carriers. Well, the answer is, well, yeah. By the way, I don't think these things actually do anything to Void Rays. Point defense drones, that is. The entire army is showing up on a move command. No! No! Oh, tragedy. Tragedy of tragedies. But there's still a lot of Void Rays left, so he's actually not 100% dead yet, but I gotta say, is... Seeker Missile time. Bam! Oh. He even uses the Void Ray, because, I mean, he even uses the Medic. Why not at this point? Oh my god. Well, yeah, that's right, guys. This is what we're looking at. If you're as baffled by this as I am, well, good. Good, you should be. This attempting to build another Void Ray. It's gonna get canceled most likely. 2 more Void Rays at the back. Oh man, all those free Marines on the ground right now. Oh, that move command was tragic. Oh, but Stalkers show up. Unfortunately, Stalkers get affected by the wonderful point defense drones. Unfortunately, they're also pretty easy to micro away from the missiles, so it looks like that's not going to be an issue here. The scan goes off somewhere on the map. Nope, right there. Well, guys, I don't know what to say. I mean, I think Nexus Cannon, for how good it is, probably doesn't beat this many turrets, so yeah, that's probably the end of that. Meanwhile, Legend is still continuing to build things and expand across the map, more or less. He's taken half of it now on the left side. His probe is still patrolling up here, and I think... Yeah, okay, here comes the mass of Stalkers. Unfortunately, nothing to actually detect against the Banshees, so he's going to have to fight at the base. And I feel like... Well, one, it looks like Freaks is having an aneurysm over there. Hang in there, buddy. B, I guess Scipio still sees himself as being in this game. I mean, I'm not sure if I agree with that. Oh, no! No, they moved command! No! Oh, the Stalkers! They just walked right by. I don't know what to say anymore. Anyway, a bunch of Stalkers and Zealots moving across the map are going to attack this location up here. There's three Ravens, though, so it'll probably be fine. Yeah! No, they're like, yeah, we're going to walk up to your Ravens, then what? It didn't work, though. Oh, there's a Planetary Fortress here. Planetary Fortresses are pretty good against small numbers of units, and here comes the rest of the army. Oh my god. Meanwhile, this location has basically been salted and will never be mined from again, most likely, at least for the next 30 seconds. Again, for the next 30 seconds, so forever for 30 seconds. Templar! This is actually not a bad decision at all. It can be very good against the Ravens. Unfortunately, the Vikings can kind of just kill them pretty easily by landing. Storm, you would need like the most epic storms ever, blanketing the entire army. DTs, that's right. When in doubt, when behind, Dark Shrine, guys. Here we go. He's gonna walk straight into this area. He's gonna see the 2 Zealots there, so he's gonna know to watch to see if something's coming. And here comes the Dark Templar, though. They're gonna shank these newly constructed command centers that were more than likely meant to help Mule or maybe even Planetary Fortress. Here comes that army. Unfortunately, Ravens do have that inherent detection ability, so Dark Templar maybe not the greatest choice against them. In any case, this whole location has also been locked down and salted. This one is now reformed properly, so you can begin mining there again, maybe to pick up the 12 gas that's still remaining in this simulator. So the Wraith from Brood War turned into 2 units in SC2, a Banshee Viking. Kind of more or less, yes. The only difference being that the Banshee is actually good at shooting things on the ground. It doesn't have that like wimpy little laser thing that barely did any damage. But the Viking is more or less what the Wraith was in the air. Except it can't cloak. You can still get them in campaign. It's kind of interesting when you look at it. Oh, storms! Ninja storms just popping out of this. Oh, he's gonna Seeker Missile that SCV. He's gonna be like, but there's nothing here, Commander. Why? No! Commander, why? Scanning, he's trying to follow the High Templar. He's trying to split the High Templar. He's locked onto the medevac. Medevac's flying over the High Templar. Oh, it annihilates half of them. Oh no! And he can't get anywhere near that because of all the turrets. Turrets are just gonna shut the High Templar thing down. It's a good idea. He does not really have enough feedback to deal with that, though. So, enough feedback, not enough storm. We're kind of in a deathlock right now. So, guys, originally we were supposed to play a best of 3, and we were going to play all 3 maps, regardless of if Legend won the first 2 in a row, because that would be expected and kind of boring. But unfortunately, He has to leave in a half an hour, so we may only have one more game here. But if they're both like this, I'm actually okay with it. I think I can forgive that. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely can. It's gonna storm those two SCVs and be like, ow. Oh no, he didn't run the army unit over, he just blew up his own stuff. Oh well, surrounding a bunch of High Templars and turrets is a good way of killing them. Oops. Again, I don't think Scipio knows what's going on. Probably thinks that's in reference to him. You live by the Seeker Missile, you die by the Seeker Missile. Mass Zealot moving out across the map. This will eventually encounter free units and probably die, or we'll encounter really big things with guns on them. Probably won't be much either way up. Okay, got some Zealots encountering free units up here. Free units are notoriously powerful against Zealots in all matchups. It's generally true. Except there aren't really any free units for Protoss, so I guess that's the one situation where you don't see that. But, yeah, Planetary Fortresses. Big things with guns on them are also fairly good at killing Zealots, like Colossus. Colossus are big things with guns on them. Siege tanks are big things with guns on them. They're also fairly good at killing Zealots. SCV attack! Ah! Probes around. He's gonna leave the last one alone. No, okay. We'll let you live. Go say hello to you. Go talk to your masters. Landed Vikings. Landed Viking Raven. Here we go, guys. Ah, it's too bright. Ah, it's so bright. It's the sun. He's gonna storm the High Templar. High Templar Vikings, guys. It's like my 40th snafu this game. Trying to get a record. So, will the Spartans hold out against the Persians in this version of the story? Doesn't really look like it, guys. I think Xerxes has got this one on lockdown. 300 zealot, the 6 300 zealots. Charge! Sacrificing themselves for the good of Ire. The massive technological power of the Terran being too overwhelming. And obviously at this point I think we are just kind of waiting for Scipio to get out of the game in all real sense, but I think Scipio is actually just going to make him spread across the map here. You can see the Terran now owns basically 75% of the map, with this down here being mined out completely. There's no gas left here, no gas and minerals left here. Scipio is now 100% certified broke. Here's the scans coming out. Oh, one last push of units, guys. We've got a few Zealots and some Dark Templars moving out. They're going to avenge their comrades. Here we go. A lot of Dark Templar versus Planetary Fortress. Can it be repaired in time? No, Dark Templar have really good DPS. Time to go kill more buildings. Buildings are appearing in front of them. Unfortunately, here comes the army. It's a lot of detection. I'm pretty sure the Dark Templar aren't going to be safe from that. How many command centers can he kill? Start taking bets, guys. Oh, better yet, can he kill just this Planetary Fortress? Nope, he doesn't have the DPS. He's going to kill something else. Yeah! How many command centers will he get before the entire army is annihilated? One goes down. Gonna focus on the second one. Move to the other side, try and get more hits off. Oh, he's unable to do that. He's gonna run to the back now. That'll do a little bit of damage to another one. Looks like he's only gonna get one command center. Technically two, because he got that Planetary Fortress earlier. And hello, there's another Planetary Fortress there. That is the end, folks. GG! Legend throws out the GGXD. And there you go. Somewhere off in the distance, a Terran is still scanning.